We will have Keku and Nuclear coming in here in just a few moments. So sit tight, have a listen to the wonderful background music that we've got going for you, and we will be right back in just a few minutes.
Welcome to Phenomenal Feats, brought to you by the official Speedrun Hall of Fame. Moment number 3. A 17-year-old Doom world record falls to Dways in 2020. Speedrunning has a complex legacy that is difficult to track, as a lot of the earliest speedruns are now lost to the ether of the internet. As speedrunning has existed since the 1980s, a lot of the original footage of these runs have long since been lost. The origins of organized speedrunning, however, aren't nearly as untraceable, and a lot of the history leads back to the earliest speedrunning days of the mid-1990s, where Doom was by far the most popular speedrun online. Dozens of runners would upload their runs to the early internet using WODs, which were files designed to play back as a movie in the actual Doom game. This way, you could download someone's run and watch it back natively on your copy of Doom. This was the only way to verify runs back then, as the early internet didn't have the bandwidth or the storage space to hold full videos. This legacy persisted into the 2000s with games such as Quake, but Doom continued to be one of the most popular speedruns, and on April 2nd, 2005, a runner by the name of Drew STX Vile Devore set a world record in the ultra-violent speed category. This run, submitted as a 5-minute in-game time WOD, was later retimed to 6 minutes and 17 seconds of RTA time in order to fit with the modern leaderboards years later on speedrun.com. The run persisted as the only known world record. That is, until 17 years after that fateful spring day, when the run finally fell. On March 13th, 2020, a Belgian speedrunner named Dways performed a run of Ultimate Doom. The same version STX Vile's run was done on. Dways was finally able to break one of speedrunning's longest standing records. With a time of 5 minutes and 36 seconds, his RTA time did in fact end the reign of that legendary speedrun, topping one of Doom's highest watermarks. Now you might be thinking, wait a second, just because Dways beat the RTA time, the old record's in-game time was still faster, so that shouldn't count, right? Well, you'd be wrong, because just a month later, on April 15th, 2020, Dways was able to beat the in-game time world record as well, and now he sits alone at the top, holding both records for IGT and RTA. How long will his records stand? Only time will tell.
Okay, so just a quick little reminder of some things coming up here. We have some prizes that are there where we've got some things to be mentioned today before we bring in our gameplay for this next block. Mario Power Up Perler Magnets, so we've got those coming up as well as oil paintings by the Renaissance. You can put in donations to be put in the drawing for those things, and we've still got some of those donation targets to be nailed down. It's like the one I'm really looking forward to especially is that Battletoads blindfolded turbo tunnel. That's a really amazing trick to get pulled off, especially given how hard that game is just overall. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring in our next runners. So we're going to bring in Keku as well as Nuclear, who's going to be commentating on Keku's run of Metroid Dread. So, here we go, and take it away, Keku, Nuclear.
Oh. Hello. Hello. My name is kekumanshoyu. I am running Metroid Dread, and apparently the donation incentive that's been met is the Dread mode difficulty. It's gonna be I want to say fun, but I'm definitely going to be dying in this run. We'll see how many times. And commentating
I don't run this run,
Nuclear.
but I've watched Keku do this a lot, and I'm really, really excited for this run. He's gonna do a phenomenal job with this Dread mode. Let's go.
Yeah. So this one, yeah, it's for those who don't know what Dread mode is, it's a one-hit KO mode. So, all enemies attack, even touching the enemies will kill me, and environmental damage, not cold rooms or heated rooms, but environmental damage as in like the fire vents that pop out from like the walls and stuff. So I have to be very careful how I maneuver. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, alright, let's start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So, I mean, you can see this is the intro screen, but just want to heads up that if you don't know the mechanics of Metroid Dread, it is very similar to Metroid Fusion and Zero Mission, or even if you played Samus Returns, there's that melee feature, but Samus can also slide in this one. Oh, and then also dash melee. Like this, see? I think in Samus Returns you can't do that.
So, and just to be clear, right, this is the remake of Samus Returns that was on the DS, not the original one on the Game Boy, right?
Yeah, the one I was talking about is the remake, yes. Okay, we got this melee tutorial here. Just gonna show you how to do a melee, which is pretty much just keep on spamming X at this point. We got this little trick here called the pseudo shot. So you see the bomb blob? I'm just shooting through the wall. And then we got another one right here, which I have to set up for.
These pseudo shots are going to be super, super important throughout the run. Upgrade that shoots through the walls isn't until super late into the game. Keku's going to be utilizing that a lot to sequence frame a lot. Including getting to this first boss here really quick here. Kind of difficult because he doesn't have the charge shot.
Yeah, so I messed up, yeah. But it's okay. I really want to avoid his attack, so I'm waiting for the, what Corpius is gonna do is gonna shoot some blobs. Right here. There, refill. Yes! So now... So, because I shot the head while he's shooting the blob, and it transitioned into the second phase, the head is stuck. So I just spam all my missiles into it, and now this should make the third phase easier. Oh, dang. Shoot the blob, please.
Yeah, Keku.
Oh, okay.
It's just scary because, of course, we're on Dread mode, so... Oh!
Ah! Wait, my daughter's here. Here. Wait, here. Put your arm through. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, see, so as you saw, it's a one-hit KO, so I got, I timed my slide a little bit too early, and that I got hit by the body. But that's okay. It's funny to show you that I actually die.
Keku not only has to deal with the one-hit KOs, but
Ooh.
also being a dad in the speedrun.
Seriously, there was one time when like I'm about to PB, and then my daughter comes in, and then
Nice.
there we go. One time my daughter came in while I was trying to PB for Super Mario Bros. 3, but fortunately it was the part where Bowser was about to die in Super Mario Bros. 3, and then she's like out crying, like, pick me up, and I'm like, Daddy's PBing right now. Oh,
I missed that. What?
I missed my shot on that guy. I missed my shot. I meant to shoot that guy as I jumped up, but I missed the shot.
Dread mode doesn't mess around.
So okay, we got Phantom. Yep. Yeah, I forgot to say that. But oh, holy smokes. Okay, so I got Phantom Cloak, which grants cloaking ability to Samus. While it does slow down Samus's movement, it does does cloak her. So when the reason why I mentioned the slowness is because it is helpful for the next tricks coming up called the called the water skip. Well, I call it the water skip, but some other runners call it something else. So you'll see in a little moment. But for now, I'm just gonna be moving on, trying to traverse through the whole section here. And normally, when you enter this area, the white Emmy is supposed to be here, but because we skipped the trigger that set up the Emmy or starts up the Emmy, the Emmy's not here.
Yeah, I believe Keku only is going to be fighting 4 of the Emmys in this run. All of them?
Oh no, all of them. Oh no, we don't fight. No, we fight. We
Oh,
fight all of them
the
except
intro.
the intro Emmy, which is what we call yeah, we call it the tutorial Emmy. Alright, this trick here is pretty tough.
Easy.
But I got a second try though, nice.
And that's the water skip that Keku was talking about, phasing in and out of the Phantom Cloak to get up that ramp.
Yeah, without Phantom Cloak, it would make that trick a lot harder. But I know people that have done it, but like, it's like exact frame jump on the end of that slope. So to those who can do it, props. Oops. Yep, and now we got Charge Beam. So for those who are familiar with the Metroid series, especially Super Metroid, the property for Charge Beam is pretty much the same thing. So you can see that little glow around Samus as she jumps. That's the pseudo screw, and it's very helpful. Skipping that E-Tank there, or oh yeah, if you die at Corpus, this cutscene happened again. I don't know why. It's a glitch or something. A minor glitch, because this is a minor glitch, no major glitches category. Whew, so close. So not much else is really going on, because I just gotta traverse here and get the activate this the lava door. We can banter a little bit. What did you have for lunch, Nukes?
Today? I had some hummus chicken for lunch. Good.
Ooh. Oh, well, it's morning for me. I had breakfast a while ago. I had like this like it's whole grain
Yum.
pancake and some
Good
fruits.
Sunday breakfast.
Yeah.
So while we're on a little bit of a lull here, I just want to kind of remind us that we do have a lot of donation targets still out there. And of course, any donation towards this is always welcome. We're sitting at just over $5,000, and we want to keep making that number bigger and bigger and bigger.
Ooh, nice.
Because this is a really important cause to be donating towards. So just a quick reminder that donations are still very, very much in play at this point. Very, very much in play at this point.
Okay, so now that we got the lava door open, we're gonna be heading back into the Emmy room, and we're gonna activate the Emmy here. But I'm gonna do this little trick called the Magus skip. So you just do this, that, and then over. This is very important because we have to activate the Emmy. If we don't do it, then the game is gonna soft lock. And I have to open that blob there because it's gonna create a lot of lag if I don't do that. Alright, here's the Emmy fight. Oh, well, the Sentry unit, but yeah. I want to make a note too that if you want to ever try run this game, turbo controllers are allowed, up to 12 hertz. Yeah. Alright, here's the Emmy fight right here.
Oh!
Kinda missed. Oh!
It's super scary there, that how close that Emmy has to get to you.
Ugh. The second parry is hard, by the way, so... Okay, I'm gonna take this a little safe.
Yeah, so although the Emmy does kind of slow down shooting it and it's getting close, but you have to be super, super accurate with your aim, and you get very, very close. Easy to do.
Yeah, what's it good? Yeah. It's you know when it gets close, I'm pretty sure a lot of you have experienced this, but like when it gets close to you, you're just like, oh, get away. I still feel that way, so
yeah, it's
yeah.
gut wrenching. I think we just got.
Oh, okay, so yep. Oh yeah, no, go ahead, sorry.
Wall. Keku had other stuff to add.
Yep. Oh no. I was just gonna say that exactly what you said about the spider magnet. Okay. So now making my way to the Catarist elevator. Normally in a non-dread mode run, I could do a deboost, but because I can't take damage, I can't do the deboost. And the deboost is of course it's quicker to get up this spot right here. But yeah, and also as I mentioned earlier, that fire killed, so I have to do this to climb up and avoid the fire. I think my daughter was yelling at me if she could bring her toy. I don't know, what should they? Alright, so now we're on to Catarist. So Catarist had a very important trick that was discovered like almost a year ago. Oh, no, almost half a year ago, and it's called the Atom skip. As you notice throughout the game, that like Samus talks to Adam. So what we're gonna do is this little trick. It's a couple set of perfect wall jumps and a melee, and then another set of wall jumps, and then we're gonna pretty much skip Adam the whole game afterwards. Don't have to talk to him anymore. So this is the last time right here.
We just don't have time to talk to Adam, honestly.
Yeah, we're speedrunners.
He's got too much to say.
Okay, I'm gonna knock this guy here. And then hit. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna try for this little just a little quick strat here to try to get up early. Oh well, almost had it.
These games really do feel like they are made for speedrunning. It's so mesmerizing watching them move.
Yeah.
Quite a variety. Just learning how to move Samus and then some of these tricks. Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. Funny you mentioned that too, because a lot of the sequence breaks are intended in this game, so it's like the developer knew that speedrunner will be coming for it and trying to break the game as much as they can. Oh. Okay. Okay, we gotta open this lava door thing here. Alright, so the enemy's gonna pop up here. Gonna shoot and distract it a bit. And get away. Okay. Okay. Whew. That thing was about to hit me. Okay. So after this lava door switch, now I'm gonna be heading to the spot where we do the Adam skip. And like I said earlier, it's a set of perfect wall jumps and a melee attack, an area melee attack, and then another set of wall jumps. So we'll see how many times I do it.
Yo, that
okay.
is definitely one of the harder jumps in this. Keku making it look real easy though. Yeah, basically to break that down, he uses that melee to basically push away from the wall. Push into it, and
push into it,
that
actually.
helps him get up.
Yeah.
Sequence break quite a bit.
And it like I said, like to go even further into the trick, it's like a little glitch, or like it's not really a glitch, but it's like it is. The reason why it skips Adam throughout the whole game is because how Adam works is like each sequence for Adam is like a train. So when you skip one part of the train, it just chain or train, whichever way you want to think about it. But when you skip one part of it, it just breaks it apart. So yeah. Oh. Okay, there was this little skip here, but it's okay. I just didn't want to get hit, that's all.
Hi, toy.
Yes, you can bring your toy.
Yeah, and going back to that little wall jump skip that you were doing, I was watching you practice that a moment ago, and I was like, you were hitting it like once out of every like 4 or 5, and so to nail it first try, just like, heck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so this part here, I can dive. I gotta be very careful with these enemies. Oh. Okay, now I'm good to go. And then I'm heading to this new place called Dairon. Thank you. Not much about Dairon, by the way. There is an important item there, which is the wide beam. But it's just like a little spot to pretty much progress the story of the game. But that's pretty much
a
it.
lot of the speedrun, the first half is going to be Keku's. The first good chunk of it is just kind of collecting items, going around the world, getting all of his items. And then we'll kind of have a boss rush towards the end here.
Exactly, yes. And let me just point out ahead of time, the boss rush, as Nix mentioned, it's dangerous. It is still dangerous, especially in Dread mode. So, you all will see, and like, you'll understand what we're gonna have to go through, especially in Dread mode.
With Dread mode too, like I think this whole run in general is packed with action. You have, even just there's traversing in the beginning to get the items. Keku has to do so many tricks to get there, and they're not. He's making them look easy, but they are not easy. And then you have to end the spiciness of the Dread mode boss rush. It's intense the whole time. Wait.
So, let me just say, my first time with Dread mode, while it did take me 3 hours, I died like 40 times to Ravenbeak.
Yeah. See that being the one. Would you say that Ravenbeak is the most intimidating one in these runs?
It's hard to say because while Ravenbeak is really tough, but like there's also the twin robot fights. The twin robot fights are super tough too.
Yeah, which I think both of those fights in general, casually, are very, very difficult.
So, oh man. But like I said, just gonna try my best. And I died twice, I believe. So I'm gonna try die. It would be nice to die less than 10 times. Less than 5 would be really, really nice too. Okay, so after all that in Dairon, we're gonna go back to Cataris. Cataris had another very important item. The reason why I couldn't get it is because I needed that wide beam. So as you can see, like, we need the progressive item and stuff. Interestingly, like, as you notice that in every Metroid game, traditionally you get the morph ball first, but in this game you get it. Well, I'm gonna get it soon, but yeah, you gotta go to like 3 different areas before you do that. So very interesting how they kind of break tradition in that way. All right, another another Emmy. Okay. Alright. Emmy fight right here.
Well, I think I'm my feet, holding my breath every. You get so close.
Oh, wait till the purple one though. So now we got Morph Ball. Interestingly, in this game, you can slide into Morph, so it's a little new neat mechanic. It makes things go a little faster by doing that.
But
sliding
that
into
will
Morph,
help Keku preserve his moment. Like that movement is just, oh! I was about to compliment that movement. Those jerks right there.
I know. I thought I was shooting it, but I guess not. Alright, good spawn this time. Oops.
Yeah, so again, pretty much every time Keku's going through those little gaps there, he'll be utilizing that slide to keep up his momentum, maintain speed.
Okay. We're going from here. We're going back to Arteria, the first area that you guys all saw. In Arteria, we're gonna be picking up the Varia suit. So Varia, what it does, it protects against heated rooms. Yeah, heated rooms, and also it upgrades the armor, like defensive stuff. But then again, it doesn't matter because Dread mode. So in this section though, oops, I do have to be very careful because there's a lot of spots that will, like, there's fire vents and stuff that'll kill me. Coming soon. Let's get the shot over here. I didn't, never mind. Okay. I will hit the fire.
That would have been pretty dreadful at the end of that room.
Oh. I get it. Man. I mean, whenever I do Dread mode runs, I still get nervous, so I hope you all can, like, understand my pain and my my expressions that I'm showing on stream. Okay. So next up is Kraid. Kraid Dread mode is really tough, but I think Nukes, would you like to briefly explain the?
Sure, yeah.
Kraid
So
fight?
at the beginning here, there's a couple phases of Kraid. First is going to be Keku's going to be blasting the beam into Kraid's mouth as he opens it. Afterwards, second phase, there's like a thing on the side that Keku's going to ride up, and it's going to have to be really, really reactive to Kraid's movements in order to stay up there and keep fighting Kraid while farming missiles. It's going to go really, really fast here, of course.
Right.
Scary. So.
Oops. So I also have to be careful here. Be careful of these enemies that shows up. I'm taking it very safe. I could jump over these guys, but I'd rather not. I don't want to take that chance. If I was going for PB, then yeah, I would, but I'm not. So.
On safety.
All right, so here we go. Crate coming up.
This is again, Keku was talking about earlier, the turbo being allowed in these runs, because a lot of these boss fights heavily rely on just blasting them as fast as possible here. Trying to get some of the missiles there just to keep up his ammo.
Okay.
Here we have phase 2. And just a note, and this is a common thing with enemies, or bosses I should say, in this game, is we're going to avoid doing the counterattacks because they're actually really slow and don't do much damage compared to just spamming the blasts at the boss. Nice. Oh my gosh. And that's, yeah, this phase is a lot of, yeah, that was real clean. That second phase there, Keku was having to just really read the boss so that he wouldn't get smacked and could stay up there and keep fighting. So great job, Keku, on that fight.
Heart beating fast, everyone. Alright, so we just picked up the fusion beam. Oops. So what that does, it creates a little explosion as it hits a surface. Gonna have to kill this guy. Right? Oh, never mind. There, you see it creates a little explosion there. So it's very useful for a couple of minor glitches coming up. And especially like the pseudo shots too, it makes it a little more powerful. You'll see like how the pseudo shots will be like you know, like there's like a couple more places, but like it's really like it really helps out a lot. Okay, so not much going on right now. Just gotta traverse through. We're gonna go back to Arteria to pick up the grapple beam. This is the early grapple route. And then also this right here is intended by the developers. So
We'll jump across the gap there, known as the coyote jump. There's only a couple frames to hit that jump after you slide out. So, again, another thing that is very tight to get, but Keku making it look like is no problem at all. No problem at all.
You know what they say? Well, even though there's a thing called practice makes perfect, it actually should be practice makes improvement.
Do you know why is it called the coyote jump? I know it's called the coyote jump, but I don't know what's the lore there.
I to be honest, like even though I started speedrunning this game when it came out, but like all the naming conventions that the speedrunner pick up and everything, I'm just like, okay. But I never asked why. Like I assume it's just because maybe just to make it sound cool. I mean, it does sound kind of cool actually. Then because what I used to call it was like slide jump, and I mean that's like a more technical term. But I feel like coyote jump does make it sound cooler.
Yes, speedrunning naming conventions are definitely. It's like either you just say exactly what it is. A slide jump would be that. Or it's like named after the person who found it, or there's like the third one where they just it's kind of a meme and yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. It's funny though, like in Super Metroid, like some of the room names is like for example, there's one room called the worst room in the game, and obviously when you go through it, it's the worst room in the game. And then like, and then there's this one place where it's called New Bridge, because it teaches you how to run and stuff. But it's just like, I mean, it's understandable why it's called that, but yeah. Oh! Oh! Okay, I'm good. I got scared a little bit, but yeah. Okay, alright, well, let's see this enemy spawn in a nice place. Never mind.
Is there ever a nice place for an enemy to spawn?
Well, that was the worst one.
The tier system.
But I mean,
real talk. Yeah.
Yeah. That's, you know what? That's true. You don't want the enemies to spawn anywhere near you. But yeah, that spawn is the worst. Oops. Okay. Alright, so activating the power here in back in Dairon. When we pick up another important item, I mean, well, actually, I keep saying important, but like all the items that I'll be picking up are very important. So the next item I'm picking up is the is bombs. And again, normally you pick up bombs early in the game, but with this game breaking tradition, picking it up right now.
And these bombs are going to be essential for some future skips coming up here. Using them to kind of hover for a few different spots there. I don't want to spoil it completely if you don't know, but it's interesting how we can utilize them.
What's neat is that they... Yeah, and you know what's interesting about this game that I kind of like with bomb? They put these bomb tunnels, so when you put the bomb in this like spot, then it activates the tunnel, so that's kind of neat. Like, neat little like neat little feature that they added to the game. Yeah. So I want to make a note that you may have seen me skip a lot of missile tanks. So I'm at like 31 right now. Wait, sorry. Let me just kill this guy. Okay. What I'm gonna be doing for the run, or actually for my missile total, is picking up a little over 50. So I'm gonna be picking up like I think, if I recall correctly, two more two missile packs, and then 2 more 10 missile packs. The reason why I'm noting that too is because I need those missiles for the final boss, which is Ravenbeak. I mean, having less missiles would be okay, but then I would have to like use my regular beams, and it's a little slower during that fight.
Yeah, I want to say this Metroid game is pretty generous with replenishing missiles compared to some others.
Yeah.
So don't have to pick up as many. I think quite a few of them too that you do pick up just happen to be along the way, right in your path too.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't say this earlier, but hi Adam, bye Adam. Oh! I
Literally out of nowhere.
I jumped on it. Oh, I'm gonna be very honest. I'm gonna be very honest. I totally forgot about that guy.
I feel like that we've taken today for just.
Oops. Okay, round 2. I should mention that dying here, like shit like that, is like the worst spot to do so, because I have to go through this all over again.
I think now was a good time to just remind folk that we are raising money today for NAMI, the National Alliance of Mental Illness. Help you can spare and donate today, even if it's just like $5. Every bit does help. Appreciate all the donations. And I do believe.
Yep. All right,
this is where the bomb jumping does come into play here. So that pad there is triggered by Keku standing on it. He used that bomb to keep himself up in the air long enough to get through the gate. Normally you need this item here, the flash shift, to get through that. Was able to skip quite a bit, journeying to get that item. The bomb jump.
And then flash ship is such a neat item. I mean, obviously I'm shipping it as flash. Oh!
It looked like it should have been dead.
Yeah, yeah, it's okay. What I was trying to explain is that flash ship is such a neat little item. Because if you can see Samus just traversing very fast through the rooms and stuff. Oops. Flash ship. I mean, as you guys may all know that there is something called speed booster, and I'm gonna do this to the shot right here, by the way. And this is the pause buffer to the shot. The reason why I have to like turn around really quick, so with the pause buffer, it does that for me. And I also have to aim in a specific spot. Yep. So anyway, flash ship. It's very good to use this in short distances, and while speed booster it does make you go fast, it's better to use speed booster in longer distances.
I believe speed booster is the item you're getting next. So between those two, Keku's gonna kind of have the speedrunner toolbox here to move fast through the remaining rest of the game.
Yeah. I think you can you know how you can kind of compare it to like a Hollow Knight. You know how Hollow Knight has that little the crystal charge that just transport your character to over spots and stuff. And then there's the regular dash, so you can kind of think of it that way. All right, this enemy is scary, by the way. So this is the speed booster enemy. This one goes really fast, so oops. I just wanna get away as fast as I can and then enter this room. Okay, here we go. Whew, okay. Here we go. Normally, the worst enemy being taken down just like that. As you guys saw, if you shoot the enemy through that little corridor or little tunnel right before it pops up, it's gonna just slow down, and it makes this a lot easier. Okay, now we got a speed booster. Really neat, by the way. A lot of mechanics are very similar to Fusion Zero Mission. So you can, but they added the you can slide with it, wall jump with it, and then slide into the ball with it. So it's really neat. Oh, well, as you can see, I also can ball boost.
Yeah, so in general, the rest of the run, Keku will be switching between using speed boost for the bigger rooms and shift flash for the shorter rooms to get through very, very quickly.
Yep.
This kind of also...
Oh, I didn't make a mention. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I
No,
was
no, no.
saying,
Oh, no, you go ahead and then.
I
Yeah,
believe
you
that
go
this also introduces the shiny sparking, which is going to be super important for the boss fights.
Yeah. So the thing I was gonna mention that the you notice that I skipped an E tank, but I have one E tank, and you might be wondering like, oh, why do you need an E tank in Dread mode? Well, in a couple of minutes you'll see why. Not this boss, but like you'll see why I need the that E tank. But here's the first robot fight, and I'm gonna try this speed trick here. Nice. Alright, here we go. Oh! I pressed the wrong button.
So Keku's going to be baiting this robot over to that left edge there. He's going to try to shine spark it. Take it out in 2 hits, I believe.
Yeah, two shine sparks. And
Nice.
scary.
Yeah, those shine sparks super powerful. Going to be very useful for a lot of the fights coming up here. Unfortunately, not all the rooms though are designed for shine sparking, speed boosting. So we'll have to still utilize other tricks, but nice work.
Yes. Yes. So not much is going on from here till I get to Ferenia. I have to traverse to Dairon again and do all these things to get there. But it's basically like a detour. We can. Oh, I just hit something on my desk. We can banter on something like. Let's see.
I don't know if Tater wanted to maybe plug some of the incentives we have going on today, or
Sure, I can hop in with that.
Oh yeah.
So we have
Yeah,
a
yeah,
couple other things still out there to be nailed down in terms of fundraising goals. So we still have the Battletoads Blindfolded Turbo Tunnel goal that's still floating out there. Super Mario World Quickie World 2 it looks like it actually just crossed its threshold here relatively recently. But we've still got lots of good stuff still floating out there. In terms of the prizes, we've still got plenty of the things that I've already mentioned before. Things like the Perler art and the prints from Lady Galaga and Renaissance are still, the drawings for those things will come, will come through here fairly soon. So yeah, if you haven't made a choice to donate here for something to get in on this, please do. And of course, we're still looking to try and raise as much as we can for our charity. So just to make sure that we provide them with as much support as we possibly can, because this is a really, really important cause to a lot of folks, and making sure that we provide every resource we can for NAMI to help us remove some of the stigma that goes along with mental illness. So that's hence the title of our whole event. So, but that's what we're looking at so far. So keep up the good work, folks.
By the way, nothing happened. I did not die.
Listening to Tater, I don't know what happened there. Listening to all the great prizes and incentives and how we can help skip the stigma.
Yeah, thanks for pulling this off to all you guys. GSR was one of those that invited me to do a run, so thank you. But here we are, back in Berenia. Just wanna say that you can see that Flash Shift does make quick work of a lot of things. And I'm gonna use the speed booster here. A lot of speed keep movement. And I need to do this here because these enemies are pretty bad. Okay, so one important trick is coming up. It's called the Joyga skip, and that's the one with the pseudo shots that can be done with the diffusion beam. Very nice. Okay, so I know I did it very quickly, but it is. I'm not gonna lie, it is harder than it looks.
Yeah, and that skips a whole boss fight. So huge skip there. Again, those pseudo beams really come in clutch this whole run. We still have not gotten the item that lets us shoot through walls, so it's super important.
Yes.
And we did just get a donation come in just a few moments ago. Silly person donated $30. Small Fire Mario what? And I'm pretty sure that went to it. I can't tell what from here. Let me try a little something to see if I can see that. But it looks like it may have been going to the Small Fire Mario challenge here that we got going. So that's another $30 toward that. And just to kind of let us know what we're sitting at with that, that goal is at $500, and as of a few moments ago, it looks like we're at $407.42 towards that goal. So we're definitely within distance to nail that down.
Okay, thank you all for the support. Also, great fight there. That's again one of those rooms where, you know, the other Chozo Keku was able to beat with Shine Sparks. The back was way too small to speed boost through. So he actually charges up a Shine Spark before going into the room, so they can at least get one in. This is left to blasting. We'll get to see that again. So that's coming up here.
So Super Missile, a very familiar item to the Metro series. The thing about Super Missile, the con for it is, while it is stronger, it fires slower than regular missiles. So DPS wise, it's not that great, but it is very useful for this technique called weaving. I'll explain that soon after I traverse through this whole segment here. Okay, so weaving. It's a technique that I'm gonna be using against a couple. I'm gonna be using that a couple bosses. It is tough, but what I mean by it is that it's a mix of regular beams and missiles. So super missiles, for example, and ice missiles at the end. It dishes out a lot more DPS, but it's a tough technique if you're not using turbo controller. But I'll be doing my best to try to do that with a couple bosses at the end, and then we'll see how it goes.
And it looks like, actually, I may have been a little bit wrong in reading out some of that information. Actually, the Small Fire Mario donation target is actually now met, $506.73. So we just passed that. Thank you, silly person, for that last donation to go towards that. Now that goal is met. Yay. And looks like we're going to run through the entire game with Small Fire Mario when we get there.
Alright, so this spot here is very dangerous, so I'm just gonna... Okay, those enemies are really bad. They take a while just for you to melee them, but yeah, you gotta be a bit patient and not rush through those. Here we are with Plasma Beam. Plasma Beam, what it does is shoots through enemies, so it's very useful for the twin robot fights coming up in a little while. Gonna try the speed trick here. Nice. Here we go. Oh boy.
These fights are just
Nice.
so
Clean.
hard.
And did I hear you say you don't use turbo? Oh, mashing.
No,
yeah.
I don't use turbo.
You can, especially if you played this game, it's absolutely incredible how much you have to mash in this game. So big kudos to Keku for that. It's a lot.
How the heck does your thumb not cramp? Jeez.
Oh no, I don't use my thumb. I'll put it to the camera. I don't use my thumb. I just mash with my index finger or my middle finger or both, and then I tense up my muscle to vibrate, and then that's how I do it.
Okay, same question, but with those fingers instead.
And then I mean, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I stretch before I do runs and stuff.
That's a good reminder. Yeah, hand stretches. In general, if you're a gamer, please do those because you don't want to peck up your hands. Your hands are important. And they allow you to do things like this, but they also need to be taken care of with stretches.
Well, when I remember playing through this the first time, I managed to get all the way to Ravenbeak without turbo, and then I was like, nope, I just can't.
Oh, that was bad. So this is the water bomb jump. By setting up the bomb like I just did earlier, it kind of creates a little glitch where they think you're out of the water, and then I can do a bomb jump again out of the water. So yeah. Okay, Emmy's not here, so that's nice.
Yeah, the water in this game is kind of meant to make Samus's movements very sloggy, so it's really neat what we can do with that bomb there. Get out, jump a bit higher.
Yeah, here we go. Another Emmy here. Oh. So I did a little manip earlier, just so that this Emmy can spawn right here. This is the best spot for it to go. As you can see, I can aim right where I need to, and proceed to kill it like that. And then, as Nukes mentioned earlier, that you really want to make sure your aim is like accurate as possible, and keep shooting the enemy, especially the face shield. You can shoot its neck, but it won't really affect the face shield too much. So the more damage you get off of it, the faster the fight can end. All right, just gonna do this safe strat here. There we go. Oh, okay. Alright, so coming up is the another important pseudo shot. I mean, well, you don't have to do this. However, this is the faster method. This is the early space pseudo shot. And I'll briefly explain it. It's like I have to angle at a specific spot and wait for the enemy below to do a certain animation for me to shoot it, so that the explosion from the diffusion beam can hit the bomb blob where it is, and that's pretty much the gist of the trick. Like, I'm shooting through the floor, so you'll see. Oop. Nice. And as you may have noticed, I passed through the flames of that enemy. If you hold the same angle as where you're shooting the beam, then you can pass through the fire. So you don't get any damage. So that's a neat little trick there. Yeah, we got base jump.
So space jump's going to be pretty important here. Going to help us get our screw attack early, which is a very important item for fights. Super important. So that combined with the bomb water jumps that we saw earlier, skip to get our screw attack coming up here.
Again, not much going on. Again, I have to do another detour and all that, so we can banter more. That's the thing about Metroid Dread runs, or like the speed runs, like this route especially. Like I like to play music during these cutscenes and or whatever. Sometimes I'm like I do 8-bit remixes of like songs.
Elevator music.
I have to go. Yeah, elevator music. Da 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 da. Oh, I missed the door. Okay, that's fine.
I definitely recommend, if you don't follow Keku already, please go give him a follow. He's very good vibe. Very good vibe. This Hawaiian time, so if you're looking for a good trophy streamer at night, Keku is your guy.
And you should follow Nukes at twitch.tv/nuclear. One of my good friends and like all-time favorite person to like talk about like Disney and you know, all that stuff. Okay, so as Nukes mentioned earlier, there is a coming up on almost died. Coming up on screw attack. So this spot right here, this is like a backdoor to screw attack. Okay, I'm good. So as I mentioned earlier about that E-tank, I was in that cold room. So the cold room, it drains your health. So if I didn't get the E-tank, like I have a very high chance of dying. Cause the cold room, as you're staying longer in it, it exponentially like drains your health.
Nice.
Okay, that was the speed, the space jump.
Yeah, so that right there,
thank
Keku
you.
used that bomb to get up there and then space jump up to that ledge. That's gonna let him grab here the screw attack, which, as we mentioned, super important for boss fights and just doing heck loads of damage.
Yes. And then I have to do that space jump trick one more time.
Again, not an easy trick, but Keku making it look super simple.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah. And what sucks about having screw attack and doing that trick is the electricity that just surrounds Samus in that part with screw attack. Oh, by the way, another through the shot. It makes that trick a little bit harder, but again, just gotta practice is all. Okay, another detour going back to Catters, and then from Catters we're going to back to Gaveron. And then another detour from Gaveron to Berenia. Doing this route here, yeah, it's a lot of like movement and like detours and whatnot. But if that's the speedrun too, because then you have to like execute to the best of your ability throughout the detours. But this is to get to the early gravity route. Whew. And in my opinion, I mean, when you guys see it, in my opinion, the gravity suit is like, the best design. I mean, it could be a hot take, I don't know, but that's just my opinion on the suit design. I don't know about anybody else's favorite suit design for Samus. Okay, here we are. Oops. Oops. Okay. Okay, and now here we are, going to Burnia. This right here is also dev intended, like a sequence break. This is like the backdoor, or what we call it, the early gravity suit route. Because normally you get gravity suit through a different method. But again, this is the you know, this is the other way around.
I was just going to add real quick here. I thought the way they did this, just the look of everything, just absolutely nailed it. I know the design they had for Samus and Fusion was kind of a little bit polarizing, depending upon what you were thinking, and with this, I thought they really hit it out of the park on this. They really made Samus look and feel like it was supposed to.
Agreed. By the way, that was the Shrine Park puzzle. I would say one of the more harder ones of this game. And then gotta destroy the bomb blobs here. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we are, and gonna be picking up. Oops. Gravity suit. Look at that. Oh wait. Well, never mind. I'll just skip this, and then you can kind of see it from here. Or you'll see it when I get to the teleporter, and then how nice it looks.
I think this is my favorite suit.
Okay, so upcoming is what? Okay, so as Nukes mentioned, like the boss rush comes right now. So, yeah, after picking up Gravity Suit, it's pretty much the boss rush. So this right here is the twin robot fight, and so I have to be very careful. I'm gonna not talk.
Oh.
I didn't jump. I didn't jump high enough.
These fights
These
are
two do not
so
mess
hard.
around. They do not mess around.
Yeah, they don't.
It's kind of neat though, you might have seen here, now with the plasma, Keku can kind of line up these two and hit them both at the same time.
Ah, and by the way, I can't use Screw Attack on these guys because we exchange damage. Although Screw Attack can be the last hit, I don't want to. I can't really take that chance. So, yeah.
Yeah, I want to say Screw Attack is the way you would face these if we weren't doing Dread mode, but unfortunately, Keku said we can't utilize that. There we go.
One down.
Nice.
There we go. Whew.
Nice.
Here's a reminder, by the way. That was one of the twin boss, right?
Yeah.
There's another one. There's another one.
Similarly to this one, so.
Up next is the Golzuna fight. This one here, I want to try to do a sequence of shrine perks. Oh, well, except the last one, I can't really do that one because it requires me to get hit. So, okay, I'm probably not going to talk for this fight as well. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, so as Keku mentioned,
One, two.
going to be doing a series of shine sparks here. I don't quite understand how this works, but I know essentially by doing this, it will kind of prevent the.
Oh, dang it! I touched it. I wanted to try to get another shrine spark by try to get enough room to do another one, but yeah, I missed it. 1, 2, 3.
While we're in a little bit of a lull here, I just want to remind us that we have about $250 left to go before we hit that blindfolded turbo tunnel target. We're at the $1,000 mark. We're sitting at 765, so we're just under that. And if we can get a little bit of a push towards that, that's an awesome little target to hit because it is so much fun to watch that run get done.
1, 2, 3.
There we go.
There we go. Ah. Goes in a scary boss fight. Then again, all the bosses are scary in Dread mode in the end.
Yeah.
So we got this new item that's featured in Metroid Dread is the cross bomb. So what it does is, I mean, as you saw, you lay a cross bomb, and it just shoots up like a cross, and it's really neat for like for a certain spot, but for this run it's not that great. But it does. Okay, so I did using it for traversing is kind of bad, but using it for like Ravenbeak is actually pretty good because it does a good amount of damage to Ravenbeak or even other bosses. But that's pretty much the pro of it. But movement wise, it's not that great. Alright, here we go. Oh. Okay, this is a reverse grapple. If I can just... Oh, got it. There we go.
Yeah, normally Keku would grapple from the other side there.
Yeah. Okay, so back to Perennia. This spot right here is pretty tricky, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go traverse through and try to go to the next boss, which is SQ, and then another boss after that, and then another boss, and then enemy fight after that. But this right here is just a lot of like making sure I don't get hit by anything. Taking advantage of all the items that I picked up so far, like Screw Attack and Flash Ship and whatnot. Base Jump too. Oops, wrong way. Yeah. Oops. Okay, here we go. I did not like that the enemy is here. Oops. Oh, okay. That enemy is bad news, honestly. It shoots this wave beam ball stuff that stuns you, but actually in the because this is dread mode, it actually kills you.
Yeah, that's extra spooky.
Okay, here we go. Alright, so this is the SQ fight. Gonna set up the Shine Spark here, and then we'll see how it goes for the next part. So as you normally you can use Screw Attack to kill it, but I exchange damage, so I have to use Cross Bombs and Missile. And this is the Storm Missile. Storm Missile is really neat. So you charge up the missile holding R, and then you can target up to 5 targets, and it'll shoot 3 missiles per target. There is a door to open up because of that, though. Right here. So it's kind of like a Storm Missile tutorial. Alright, here's another twin robot fight. Oh! Oh, the sparks!
Just barely.
I thought I jumped high enough. Okay. Yeah. So doing the Shrine Spark on the gold robot there, because it does the gold robot has more HP. Oh.
Nice.
Get over here. That was a risky move that I did. If you slide under the charge beam, it'll immediately do a melee attack that you can counter. Like I said, it was very
good
risky.
to watch though.
Yeah. Alright, coming up soon is the purple enemy.
And this is the one that Keku
Just got
mentioned
traversed
earlier
through
is very spooky to watch, very, very close. Definitely recommend paying attention to this one, because it's... I don't have words for how cool this enemy is to watch be taken down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, here we go. Fight the sentry. Oh, fight the sentry unit and kill it with Screw Attack. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, here we go. I gotta set up my aim here, and as you can see it coming, and there we go. Oh, no, I messed up. Ah, darn. Yeah, so it's pretty tough. I missed my jump. I messed up my jump a while ago, so that's what it
Go
was.
get it this time. Yeah, this Emmy
It's
is
okay.
super trying to maneuver around it, and
It's
a lot of close-up action here. Yeah.
yeah. One more time.
This one was so hard. I struggled with this one like crazy when I first ran into it.
Here we go. Oh, okay.
Yeah, super sick fight. It goes well.
And we got wave beam, yay! The wave beam, what it does, it shoots through. You're able to shoot through walls, so that's why like there's a couple places where you couldn't really shoot through walls. That's what we call it, as the pseudo wave shots. But yeah, so
yeah, so that's why we've been talking the whole time. Pseudo waves, super important, because you really don't get the wave shot till. Really huge for sequence breaking throughout the whole.
yes. And there is a Metroid Dread randomizer, so if you get wave beam early enough, oh man, makes progressing through the game a lot
Oh god,
easier.
yeah, I can imagine.
Pretty neat. Alright, so can't really relax yet because there is a boss fight coming up right after this. Maybe stay here. Okay. Okay, now here's the red Chodonite. But this enemy doesn't even do anything. Okay, here we go. Yeah, and if you know the lore to this game, Samus is sucking up the X parasite because the Samus is becoming spoiler Metroid. Oh yeah, so this is the red Emmy, or the Emmy that I said that doesn't really get to do anything in this game, except like just shoot off the power bomb, but. It would have been an interesting fight to see, honestly. Okay, now that we have power bomb, you know, can blow up things. Obviously, can blow up things. Oops. Okay, so just like that red Chodonite that we saw earlier, now there's the gold version of it. The gold one is a whole lot tougher. The pattern of it is like, it's really tough to. Yeah. Anyway, you'll see. Okay, nice. I did not like that pattern. What? As you noticed that it went onto the wall like Vega in Street Fighter 2, and shoot the that black beam thing. It's one of the worst patterns to get early in that phase, but yeah, it's just gotta try and avoid it as best as you can. All right, so now we're going to the final boss, which is Ravenbeak. And what I like to do here, you know, is like I like to call it the final countdown.
This run is truly intense from start to finish here.
Oh yeah. So and if you played this game, you know how crazy Ravenbeak's pattern can be. But what I want to try and do for the first phase, oops. Oh, okay, I didn't lay the power bomb there, but what I want to try and do for the first phase is skip the gold phase, which is like 1.5 of the fight. I gotta shoot off a storm missile during the melee, and then mash it fast as I can. So you'll see in a bit. Alright, there we go. Now we're on to phase 2.
Yeah, those not familiar, that, as Keiko said, skips a whole phase. Wow.
Oh, dang it. I didn't get the space jump. Space jump sometimes is so finicky that like you think you pressed the button, but I guess it eats up your input. Alright, we gotta do that one more time. Hopefully I don't die. I died 5 times, I think, in this whole run. 5, 6. I just try not to die anymore. Okay, here we go.
We know about this phase. This is Ravenbeak is like kind of the one instance where Keiko is going to be using ice missiles to fight. Yeah.
And crossbow.
Come on. Ravenbeak.
Ravenbeak is a meanie. Oh, okay.
You got it. You've got it, Keiko.
I think that was 7.
This is not easy.
Definitely not. Ooh, okay. Oh snap. That Shine Spark move that Ravenbeak does is so annoying. Oh, snap. Oh.
Ooh,
Oh, thank goodness.
there you go. GG. Oh my gosh. Not done yet, but that was definitely the key of this run. Raven being
Yeah.
rude as heck. Not an easy. Not an easy.
Whew, okay. Here we go. Alright, and this part here, you know, just press the Y button right at this point, right now. The reason why we wait for the for Cravenbeak X is because it's a lot faster that way. If you do it from the beginning of the fight, it just slows it down. So yeah. All right. So here's the escape. I'm hoping to do a speed booster trick or speed keep trick halfway through it. It's really neat, but if I don't get it, it's not that big of a time loss, or not that big of a like a time save, more like. But it's just really neat to watch. Oops. Okay, here we go. Alright. Let's go over here. Oh, I almost had it, but it's okay. I would if the trick is to try to keep the speed booster all the way to up to this point, but it's okay. Oh. Alright, time is coming up soon, by the way. And time.
GG, what an incredible run. You absolutely rocked it, Keku.
Thank you. Oh. There's just some parts where I'm just like, oh, I can't believe I died there, but it happens, you know? Sometimes you just forget things.
Dread mode.
Yeah. But this is like, this has been Metroid Dread, no major glitches, and this is the, oh, well, any percent, but this is the Dread difficulty, and I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't recommend it if you're not of, you know, if you like torture, go ahead. But if you honestly, if you really want a challenge and you want to like further yourself in the Dread experience, then yeah, try out Dread mode. That's all I can say about that. But and also we do have a big community. It's fairly new. I mean, it started last year, but we're all welcoming. In fact, there is a tournament going on for the 90% No Major Glitches tournament, and it's actually the first official tournament of the community, so it's really neat. Anyway, Nuclear, thank you so much for commentating.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This was a blast.
Yeah. Thank you again. Thank you for taking so much, taking some time out of your day to do it. Like I said, I wanted. It was just nice to have you here, and yeah. Thanks to GSR and the rest of the Speedrun Hall of Fame crew for having me, inviting me. Good luck with the rest of the marathon and stuff. I don't know what else to say.
I'll go ahead
honestly.
and hop back in here, and once again, Kiku and Nuclear, thanks so very much for a great run and great job with the commentary. Nuclear, really appreciate you adding that to what we're watching here. If you have a few moments, I do have a couple of questions for you, Keku. But
yeah, sure.
Obviously one of the big things with this is all the prep that goes into the run beforehand. So So focusing on specific like a dread mode run, what are some of the things that you do to get yourself prepared for this?
Well, interestingly, this run is not as it's not so much different from the regular any percent run. You just can't get hit, but you like you do want to get used to the mechanics. So like there's a lot of places where I use the dash melee, so it pushes enemies away from you. So that's the type of thing that you kind of want to take advantage of. And then like there's also like trying to figure out how to manipulate enemies. So if one good example, because then like in the regular any percent run, you just kind of like blast through all the enemies for like even taking hits and whatnot, right? But like if you in Ferenia, when I had to like do that go underneath that enemy that shoots the beam down below, and then there's that little spiky enemy afterwards. If you aim down, you can dodge it because the sprite of Samus is a little lower when you aim down, which is a really small little thing. But if you like I said earlier, if you take advantage of those kind of mechanics, then yeah. I mean, another preparation I do go through this is like what's really fortunate that the Mercury Stream have set up for the latest update is the boss rush. So you go through the boss rush, and then after you beat boss rush, you can practice each boss. So that's a really neat thing, because with this game there's no actual like save state or anything. You have to like, kind of like play through it, right? But really grateful for the Mercury Stream to set up something called boss rush, and you can actually practice the bosses. So that actually helped me out with my Ravenbeak fight and my twin robot fight. Even though they're still hard, but it helped me basically build more confidence in fighting them, I want to say.
Okay, well, so and I can see that there's a ton that goes into this, like you were mentioning earlier, how there's the developers actually had the foresight to think about including the sequence breaks into the actual game itself, and so those, digging those things out and finding those and taking advantage of that is obviously a huge part of the preparation as well. Right. But like the other thing that you mentioned is that it's the community that you're with is kind of a small or a younger community. Is that right?
Younger community,
so
like about a year already.
What about that is a challenge that you guys feel like you guys need to overcome when you come with a smaller speedrunning community like this?
Well, if you especially when a new game comes out, you always want to try to figure out strats and like how things are done and stuff. And like there are different kind of perspectives, like how things should be done, like what is a minor glitch, what is a major glitch, stuff like that. But like, I mean, we've gone through a long way, even though it's been a year, and like being able to settle everything and all, it's going, I want to say it's going very well, very well at the moment. So like with anything, there's so many challenges. Like when you start off something, you're gonna go through a lot of obstacles, and that's what the Dread community has gone through too. So like, but okay, here's one thing. Like for example, there was this minor glitch. Oh no, actually a major glitch that gives Samus invincibility, basically. But the devs, because it was a neat little trick, and I really wanted to learn it, but and learn the route for it. But the devs found that glitch, and then they're like, "Oh, we gotta take it out." And then like, and they kind of like ruined my my interest in running the glitches category. But other than that, like, it's been a fun year with this game. So I mean, I've been with this for a year, and I'm enjoying it every moment. I mean, every speedrunner gets stressed, but all in all, we do it for fun. We do it for a little challenge within ourselves. It's all for all that
Awesome.
good stuff. You know?
And I got one more question for you. So last one, for someone
sure.
who's wanting to get started learning this, what are some of the very first skills you think they should get? They should hone.
The pseudo shots, the pseudo wave shots. You know the one that I shot through the wall and everything. I'm talking right now. Okay.
No, you were saying pseudo shots.
Yes, yeah, the pseudo shots, because it's very while it's not it's easy to, I mean, when you first start out, the concept of it is it takes a while to grasp, but like you want to learn it, because then if you're doing a no major glitches route, then that's like the one trick, because you use that in like almost every other route, the glitches route and the no major glitches route. Although there is a glitches route where you kind of do the game as intended, so the next thing you probably want to learn is how to control Samus with Speed Booster and Flash Shift, because that will immensely increase your movement skill. Like movement, like in all speedrunning games, or in all speedruns, sorry, movement is key, right? Like no matter all the tricks you do, even though you
on
get
that skill
get a trick for try, if your movement does not come on par with how you do the trick, then your time will be a little slower than you expect.
All right, well,
so
awesome job today. Thanks for such a great run, and Nuclear, thank you for providing that wonderful commentary all the way through. That was a lot of help and helped dispel a lot of what was going on. And this has been a great run, and of course, thanks to you both for joining us today. And I'm really, really happy that we could make this happen for you.
Thank you so much.
With that, we'll go ahead and start moving on ahead. And so, coming up next, we are going to have a quick little interlude here from